I miss you very much. But I am enjoying my life here. I've started to swim again. My Hebrew could be better. My friends and I are decorating our rooms in typical teenage style. But my only wish is to be together again. Will you be coming soon?
What do I feel? I want to see my mother. I miss my family. I don't want to go back. For me, there's nothing back there.
Not a day goes by that Alona and her friends don't worry about the families they left behind.
I was afraid of my parents because they are living not far from the White House. They wrote me a letter that it's very good that you are in Israel, then because it's very dangerous in Moscow.
Of course, here I was safe, but they were not.
Last summer was no holiday for Jewish youngsters in some parts of the former Soviet Union. Many cities were shaken by political and military turmoil and uncertainty. The weapons of war don't discriminate between nationality or age. From Moscow to Leningrad, Kiev and Baku, these Jewish youngsters took one of the most important tests of their academic lives last summer. These entrance exams are a ticket for further study in Israel on the Na'alei 16 program of the Jewish Agency.
We've come from Israel to interview adolescents for a special project of Youth Aliyah. These are children who are going to be in Israel for a few years without their parents.
Olga takes the test even though she isn't sure her mother will allow her to leave for Israel. A difficult decision for any parent. But most of the students have been given the green light by their parents, like Timur.
I'm going to study. I'm studying school and then university.
For most parents, sending their children to a distant land alone is traumatic and difficult. But the choice is obvious. It is too uncertain to allow them to stay.
For me, it is more important his future than my feelings now. It will be better for him to continue his education in Israel.
I hope my parents will come and meet with me in Israel.
It's very difficult for me to part with my son, but I hope that I'll meet him soon.
נכון שזה לא קל למשפחה, זה מאוד קשה להיפרד מילד או מהבת, אבל שהם משאים את המצב של היום פה, את המצב בארץ, בוודאי שהם ברצון ילכו וישחררו את הילדים שלהם בארץ.
The Jaffa delegation in the former Soviet Union coordinated this entire effort. Hundreds of Jewish families have made the crucial decision to split apart, sometimes to guarantee the safety of their children, and also to reassure themselves that Israel could be their new home. In September of '93, the last plane load of youngsters on the Youth Aliyah Na'alei 16 program taxis into Ben Gurion Airport. This group's arrival now brings to a total 1,000 Jewish youths from 25 cities throughout 15 republics. You are from Moscow. I'm going to study at Hadassim Youth Village near Netanya, and afterwards to take exams to enter university to become a doctor.
Yes, I want to be a programmist. I'm a fan of computers and that's all techniques.
It appears science, medicine, and technology are all the professions of choice for these youngsters, but that's not exactly the case.
I want to open my own grocery store.
A year later in Moscow, Leningrad, Kiev, and Baku are no longer the address for these youngsters. Instead, it's Hadassim, Kfar Galim, and other youth villages, and not only has their address changed. Timur and Olga from Baku walk arm in arm through Kfar Galim. This is the same young girl who a year ago wasn't even sure she would come to Israel. With new friends, I speak in Hebrew because I don't know English. Timur has still kept his serious demeanor, but has a new direction for his life ambition.
I study chess about 3 hours a day. On Fridays I study with teacher, and sometimes I take part in competitions in Tel Aviv.
Our future doctor from Moscow, Yula, takes time out for the joys of summer.
I'm thinking that I would be a doctor, and I studied biology in Hebrew language, and now it's more closer for me to enter the university in Israel.
Back in the pool in Hadassim, there's no shortage of future doctors or engineers like Vika from Moscow.
My dream is also to become a doctor, so I think now I'm closer to my dream.
And what happened to our businessman who wanted to open his own grocery store?
Yeah, I have a 10-year plan. Finish high school, go to the army and then business school, and only then my own grocery store.
And Alona. She continues to study and meet with friends and has thrown herself into competitive swimming. Weekends definitely aren't just for studying. Here, preparations are underway for a nighttime concert and disco.
We're going to the discotheques and to dance with our friends and with our boyfriends, of course.
Activities and studies around the clock. Even with a busy, full 24-hour schedule, there are still moments of loneliness. Thoughts of home and parents never far away. But the Jewish Agency comes up with a solution. An invitation for parents to visit. For a change, Timur is now planning his mother's time.
We will travel to Jerusalem together, and then mother has a lot of relatives and friends, and I think we'll travel to Tzfat.
The upcoming visits generate a wave of excitement. Maybe I'll cry, maybe I'll laugh. I don't know what my reaction will be. Alona's dream is finally coming true. She's on her way to be together again with her family who have come on Aliyah.
This means we're not going back to Russia anymore.
A mother, a father, 2 sisters, and a grandmother. 3 generations reunited in Israel.